Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. This post is from the subreddit Relationships, and it's by user Deleted, Recovered, Big Kit Table. How do me and my friends 20s female tell our other friend 25 female we don't want her toddler to come on our vacation? Hi Relationships! Last year, a group of 4 girlfriends, 20s female, and I started a tradition of renting out a particular cottage during the summer for a weekend getaway with each other. This usually consists of us being unreasonably drunk and loud all day and night, and it's something we look forward to all year. 6 months ago, when I began planning for this year's stay, we made sure to plan early so we could give Ella, 25 female, a lot of time to figure out what she can do with Lily, 2 female, in terms of babysitters. However, Ella said straight off the bat that her attendance is unlikely. We were bummed, but we understood. The cottage vacation is now a couple of weeks away, and Ella informed some of us yesterday that she will be attending and she's bringing Lily. What? I mean, don't get me wrong, Lily is an amazing girl and I'm always happy being in her company, but this is our vacation, so we can get drunk and swear and not worry about anything at all. Like any toddler, she requires a lot of attention to keep her occupied, which I am always happy to do, but not during this trip. First of all, the cottage is tiny and I myself will be sleeping on a couch. Ella informed us that Lily and she will be camping outside in a tent. But if it rains, I'm assuming she will feel like she will have to bring her toddler in, thus stopping the festivities so Lily can sleep. Another girl was also planning on bringing her dog, but since Lily is coming, she doesn't want to have to be watching their interactions all weekend and is now making other plans for the dog. Additionally, this cottage is on water, so I'm sure that we all will have to be doing some babysitting at some point during the trip to make sure she stays safe. Lastly, I don't expect Ella to put any money towards the cottage since she is tenting, but she will be using the facilities and I'm the one in charge of the safety deposit. The entire thing just seems like a big request to me. 2 girls that are the closest to her tried to explain to her yesterday that they love having Lily around, but this wasn't the most appropriate setting for her to be in. For what I was told, Ella got defensive and still insisted she wanted Lily to come. How do we let her down easy, Relationships? She and her daughter are wonderful human beings, but she just doesn't seem to understand it's a lot to ask of us. It's a very sensitive subject, so I'd like to be as courteous and understanding as possible. Well, OP, in the last paragraph, you told us that some of your friends already tried the sensitive and courteous approach and she wasn't having it and she doubled down on Lily coming on the trip. I'd say at this point, you just gotta be super honest and say something like, hey Ella, we love you and we love Lily, but this trip is for adults only because we wanna go wild. And unfortunately, having Lily around, even though we love her to bits, just won't allow for that to happen. And this is a trip that we've been looking for the whole year, and we really wanna have it just adults only. We want to go wild, and we would love for you to go wild with us, but we know you're an awesome, responsible parent, so you wouldn't do that if Lily was there. It's just one weekend out of the whole year. Please see if you can get a babysitter. Hopefully Ella will understand that she's being very inconsiderate of what you guys want to do for this weekend that you've been looking forward for so long, and having a kid there is just gonna mess it up. And what do you guys think? What would you do if you were in OP's shoes? Let me know in the comment section, and now let's move on to the community comments to see what they said. Pink Leopard PJ says, I'm a mom of 2, my oldest is 3. I'm also 25, so I'm the first in my circle of friends to have a baby. So I understand feeling left out of activities because I couldn't bring the kid and couldn't find suitable alternatives. So maybe that's where Ella is coming from. However, Ella needs to realize that bringing a 2-year-old on a vacation meant for adults isn't going to be fun for anyone. Lily is going to need constant attention and supervision. You can't leave a toddler alone, and you'd have to deal with tantrums and nap time and having snacks and car seats and everything else that goes with a toddler. Lily will be bored and thus more likely to misbehave. Ella will still be the mommy and will be the one who has to deal with this, so she'll be even more exhausted than she would be at home because toddlers don't travel well. And the rest of you won't have fun because there's a toddler there. There are times and places when it's not appropriate for small children to be. This is one of them. I hope Ella can see that. Teresa JS says, sorry Ella, we love you and we love Lily, but this is our weekend for just us friends. Lily is not permitted to come. We hope you will be able to make alternate arrangements for her. If you are able to make it without Lily, that would be great. Your share of the rental would be X amount of money. I noticed that not only is Ella trying to invite along her daughter, but also get away with not paying a fair share for the rental. If she plans on eating, drinking, and using the bathroom there, then she should be contributing to some of the cost, even if she plans on using her tent. Don't let Ella take advantage, and don't be surprised if this friendship dies down. Ella is either going to upset some of you by taking advantage or get pissy when you call her on her poor behavior. Ready for Wine says, does Ella have any relatives she can give Lily to? I would be firm, but as a group, make it clear Ella should not bring Lily for Lily's sake. Ella will try to guilt you into letting her come, downplaying the concerns, etc., etc. You know better. Ella is your friend, but as a new mom, she has not accepted the fact she can't hang out with the rest of you because of the kid. It sucks, but that's really how life works, given the scenario you have described. I am sorry, but she's being very selfish and not caring about the group's happiness. You all have to confront her as a group to ensure she either does not come or leaves Lily with a babysitter. Why the hell would she want to sleep in a tent with a baby while getting drunk? It's beyond stupid and very irresponsible. And OP responds, from what I've been told, Ella has someone available to babysit but wants to bring her because she works full time through the week, so she will not get to see her that weekend if she's babysat. Additional information from OP's comments. We understand that Ella has come to terms with the fact that she's not going to be able to continue living the same life when there's a child involved. But what really sucks is that she'll come to this realization with us being the messengers. And I just don't want this to end up causing a rift in our friendship. This must be a hard time in her life, and she doesn't seem to be acting herself in regards to this situation. That's why I wanted to provide an empathetic response for her. Luckily, the rest of us girls are working together on this one, so we're all on the same page about what we want to do. My biggest problem is that I can't tell if she was being selfish or if it was us being selfish for not wanting her child to come. I really don't understand why she just can't leave her child with her babysitter. It would solve everything. The girls have pointed out to her that we really want her to come and that the babysitter idea would be the best for everyone, but she isn't biting. On a side note, she wouldn't be drinking. She's an excellent mother. I think she's just having a hard time missing out on friend time and missing out on kid time and doesn't realize that squashing the two together doesn't always work out. But why would she want to come if that meant she had to go to bed by 7 p.m. with her child and miss out on the fun? I'm so confused. Okay, well, it sounds to me like the community gave OP some pretty solid advice on how to handle her Ella problem. Hopefully they can do it. And I think OP hit the nail on the head with Ella not wanting to miss out on any friend time or any kid time, but at some point, something's gotta give. Anyways, we have an update, so let's continue with that to see how this story ends. First of all, I'd like to give a big thank you to everyone who posted something helpful and constructive. Every comment was read, even the negative, unfortunately. I've gotten quite a few messages to post an update over the past month. I initially held off because I was nervous about the surprising amount of attention it got and didn't know whether Ella was an avid Redditor or not. Anyways, despite our protests, Ella ended up bringing her toddler Lily to our cottage getaway. Just kidding. Within 24 hours of me posting, 3 of us got together and read over all the messages. Now my friends know my Reddit username. Hey guys. We realized that we needed to get down to business and nip this situation in the bud before things escalate or we felt any more resentment. While this situation was happening, another one was going on the side. My friend Ivy had made comments in the past about her and Ella drifting apart, as they are best friends. Quite understandably, Ella is super busy being an awesome mom, full-time employee, so it's hard getting friend time in. However, Ivy commented that they had only seen each other twice in the past 2 and some months, and how she seemed like the only one never making plans to hang out. She's also the best communicator out of the group, so she decided that she would take it upon herself to speak with Ella directly that night. We didn't want to approach Ella as a group because it would have felt like we were attacking her, so we were more than happy with this approach. From what I was told, she started off by casually bringing up the cottage and how much she was looking forward to it. Ella mentioned that she was excited to spend some time with all of us and that she couldn't wait. Ivy then led the conversation in the direction of how she really loves spending time with Elle, that she wished it could happen more often, and even though she understood that Ella was a very busy gal, she felt like she was losing touch with Ivy somewhat. Ella agreed, but reiterated that it is hard to find time for all the things that are important to her. So Ivy continued and said something like, "Hey, I am so excited to be spending time with you at the cottage this summer. However, it kind of hurt my feelings that it took your fiancé to be leaving for the weekend for you to decide to come spend the weekend with us." Not sure if I mentioned this in the first post, but initially Elle said no to the cottage because she wanted to focus on her family all summer. However, her fiancé wanted his own mini vacation, and when she found out it was on the same weekend like ours, she finally decided to come. But that's okay, I understand that family time is very important to you. I just feel that since we haven't been getting a lot of time to see you lately, the cottage weekend would be a great place for us all to reconnect. I feel like you need a break from life for just a couple of days, since you've got so much going for you, and having Lily stay with your family friend while your fiancé is away is the perfect opportunity for you to get some one-on-one time with us. What do you think? So I'm excited to say that Ella finally saw the light and realized that yeah, this was a great opportunity to kick her feet back, relax, and made plans for Lily to stay with her family friend. So some of you may be upset that we didn't take the direct route that many of you were advising, demanding that Lily couldn't come to the weekend getaway. However, we wanted to keep things calm and courteous, and Ivy did a great job managing it. It might have been indirect, but it solved two problems in one. All in all, the cottage was even more fun than last year. It was filled with many 2-4s, midnight swims, silly truth or dare questions, and too many bags of sour cream and onion chips. Well, OP, I'm gonna count this as a double happy update. First one is, you guys were able to have your friend trip with everyone including Elle, and you guys had a lot of fun. And 2, Ella saw the light. She was able to understand that me time is very important as a parent as well. That's actually healthy for both the kids and the parents. Or at least that's what I think. It works for us. Anyways, thank you so much for sharing, OP, and all the best in the future. Now, let's move on to the next post. This post is from the subreddit Malicious Compliance, and it's by user Yellow Triangle, Summer and Office Dress Code. Summer is here and temperatures are approaching plus 85 Fahrenheit degrees on the hotter days. I'm located in Northern Europe, which means that this crap is hot for us, and to top it off, the humidity is off the charts. Leave a cold beverage out on the table for a minute or two and it's condensing as hard as I'm sweating, puddles underneath and all. We don't have air conditioning at my office and probably never will have. When the weather gets like this, the office turns into a steam sauna, or at least a close approximation. And there is nothing we can do about it. We survive it the best we can by wearing fewer clothes. At normal temperatures, we wear the typical professional garb, but when the temperature rises, it is typically light dresses and skirts for the women and shorts for men. The unspoken rule was to just keep the designs professional, no Bermuda shorts, bikinis, or clothes with eye-searing colors. You know, normal common sense. However, this year, shorts are suddenly a problem. If you have never experienced the glory of arbitrary rule changes before, then I envy you. With that bit of context, Summer Legs will get on with the malicious compliance. What happened is, we got a new manager during the start of the year, and apparently this new manager has new manager ideas. Without warning, a couple of days into steam sauna at work season, the new manager decided that shorts were unprofessional, and in short order, he ordered the men in the office to go back to wearing heat-stroke-inducing long pants. No meetings, no talking with the people in the office first, no different alternative, just, "Here are your new guidelines, have a nice day," kind of situation. Sent out over email, of course, shortly before the end of the day. The new rules were to take effect immediately. Now, I was none too pleased by this, and come next day I found out that neither were the rest of the men in the office. Mostly because each and every man went from being uncomfortably hot to now sporting his own little steam oven and in the privacy of his pants steaming 2 buns and 2 eggs combo. Grumbles were had all around. It should be said that when I think something is unfair, I can get a bit confrontational, and I won't take "just because" as a good enough explanation. Basically, I don't play nice with arbitrary rules. As such, on the first day after the rule change, I found a moment to press the new manager for a real explanation. As such things have a tendency to do, after a bit of back and forth, I was finally presented with this reason. Shorts are unprofessional because no one wants to look at hairy man legs. I honestly didn't know what to say to that at first, because how do you argue against stupid? Stupefied was the most fitting way to describe my state of mind after that bomb. As I went on with the rest of the day, I tried to figure out how to get this insane rule changed, because I sure as hell was not going to suffer more than necessary during the whole of summer. I went to my buddy to get his take on it, and to no surprise, he agreed with my take. The new manager was just power tripping or similarly changing rules for no good reason. Now the question became how to get under his skin and pull him down a peg or two. If you have never dealt with the type of person the new manager is, then I can tell you that showing disrespect to their authority is the best way to get under their skin. And pointing out their stupidity publicly is the easiest way to enact change. Of course, with the additional added benefit of painting a target on your own back. After a good half hour, my buddy had helped me cobble a plan together, and off I went to set it into motion. First, I got confirmation on the reason for no shorts. Basically, I had the new manager confirmed over mail that shorts were not allowed and unprofessional because of hairy man legs. Then, that evening, I set to it at home, getting ready for wearing shorts to work the next day. When the next day came around, I peacocked into the office wearing shorts. In no time at all, the new manager was on my case, and in typical new manager style, he gave me a dress down in front of my co-workers. While he did this, I was fighting to not let a grin surface on my face. I think that humans are amazing in many different ways, one of which is that we don't always pay all that much attention to the details of mundane things, and as such can gloss over them with ease. But once your attention has been drawn to something, you basically can't ignore it or unsee it. After the new manager was done stroking his ego, I broke. I could not hold in my smile anymore. With the biggest grin on my face, I pointed to my legs and said, "But I shaved my legs." I think that broke the new manager for a full 10 seconds. He just kind of stood there taking it all in, really looked at my legs, then looked back and forth between my legs and face a couple of times. You could see him trying really hard to make sense of what happened while my co-workers snickered in the gallery. After he kinda got his bearing again, I pointed out that the problem with shorts was hairy man legs, and as they were no longer hairy, shorts should no longer be a problem. I wish I could tell you that it devolved into an epic meltdown, that the new manager was so far up his own ass that he was immune to reason and would ignore his own previous statement about professional wear and shorts. That the power battle in the office devolved into a battle for who would get the other fired. That didn't happen. Instead, after a short while, still surrounded by the majority of the office staff, the new manager declared that man could go back to how it used to be. I haven't suffered any retaliation as of yet, and it seems that is not going to happen, which is good. It is also a gift that keeps on giving because I keep seeing the new manager's eyes darting down to my manly shaved legs every now and then when I interact with him. I find it absolutely hilarious, and I am honestly considering keeping them shaved until it stops demanding his attention. I have acquired a new nickname in the office, which I guess is all in good fun. Many of my co-workers have taken it upon themselves to call me Summerlegs. Oh, OP, this was epic and beautiful. Malicious compliance logic is just the best. So, the problem is hairy legs? No more hairy legs. Problem solved. Thank you for sharing, OP. Take care. And it's that time that we've reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed today's stories. I really did enjoy reading them to you. So if you did, then don't be shy and go ahead and give the video a like. And don't forget to subscribe or even share this video with people that you might think will enjoy my storytelling. Also, if you have the time, go down to the video description and check out all the links I have for you, from our Discord community to my channel merch. And finally, I'd like to say thank you for watching. It really means a lot to me that you enjoy my videos. And having said all that, I'll see you guys in the next video.